Hey guys, I'm a little cautious right now because it's past the Slammiversary and it didn't get slammed. So that was the name of the pay-per-view that I already covered, and yeah, that's really... Okay, so, I guess we'll get crack-a-lackin' into Impact Wrestling on Pop then. Gold Rush, baby!
Audio Jungle.
Hello everybody, my name is Connor, Oh, that's what Slammiversary means. OKayFabe, and welcome ladies and gentlemen to another fun TNA Wrestling / Impact Wrestling review right here on the OneWrestling.com website, as well as OneWrestling.com YouTube channel from your official TNA Impact Wrestling reporter for OneWrestling.com. I really need to find a way to condense that down into an easier way to just present it, because goodness gracious, that is a mouthful to say. Anyway guys, yours truly here to give you guys another Impact Wrestling review from Poptv as they are back. It is the fallout from Slammiversary as we are on the road to Bound for Glory. A lot of things to talk about. This is the Gold Rush episode where basically 4 of the major championships were on the line. The TNA World Heavyweight Championship, the TNA X Division Championship, the King of the Mountain Championship, and the World Tag Team titles. Now, before I get into this whole kit and caboodle, you guys probably hold no whole deal right now. There's a subscribe and a like button right down there, right down below them, y'all. Make sure you go hit that, and make sure you let us know your thoughts of this past Impact Wrestling on Poptv. Leave a comment down here, or again, hit us up on Twitter, yours truly at OKayFabe, or of course the entire team, all the links down below, including at One Wrestling and of course at Apter One Wrestling. Why not? Make sure you share it over to TNA Dixie Carter as well too over at Impact Wrestling. All right, guys, this is a lot of craziness, and I will straight this out. And if you haven't seen the Slammiversary review, definitely go check it out. I thought Slammiversary was a magnifico show to say the least. So definitely make sure you go ahead and check that out as well. Now, we had almost every major championship. We had 4 out of the 5 major titles on the line tonight on Impact Wrestling, but things kicked off with Trouble. Well, not the game. It's trouble, the trouble. I can't do it. I just can't. I don't know how he does it. I don't know whoever gets that singing done, but I digress. Anyway, EC3 comes out and challenges the new TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Bobby Lashley, against a match tonight, but Lashley says that EC3 isn't anywhere close to being ready for him. Instead, we get the former champion, the man who Bobby Lashley defeated, Drew Galloway, coming out and making sure that he invokes his rematch clause for tonight, even though Lashley clearly says that Galloway is in no way, shape, or form ready for him, but instead it is made official. Tonight, the main event is the rematch from Slammiversary, Drew Galloway, Bobby Lashley for the world title. Now, of course, this is contested under normal rules compared to the matchup that we saw at Slammiversary, where it was KO or submission only. But first, we kick things off with the King of the Mountain Championship. Eli Drake successfully defends his championship, surprisingly against the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy. Yeah, didn't really not going to lie to you guys, this one was a little perplexing to say the least. I'm not arguing that it's a bad choice at all. Seeing Jeff Hardy and Eli Drake was an intriguing matchup, but more necessarily the finish, as we saw his brother Matt attack brother Nero and actually cost him this match, as Jeff Hardy won via disqualification after Matt Hardy, and I can't believe I'm saying this, bit Earl Hebner's fingers. Just it's like Mike Tyson, except it's not. It's the wow. Anyway, Jeff Hardy wants to end this feud. He wants this done with Brother Moore, as he called him, because he called Nero because the Moore's the middle name. All right, I'm going to get out of topic. Calls him back up. Of course, Rebby Sky sprays Jeff Hardy, coming out with a fire extinguisher, and then Matt slides Jeff down the rail into a table. Holy cow. Matt Hardy says he will have his revenge next week against Brother Nero. 6 sides of steel. Now, personally, I thought this was the type of matchup we should have seen at Slammiversary, but still intrigued to see Matt and Jeff one final time Six Sides of Steel next week on Impact Wrestling. I want to know your guys' thoughts. Who do you think's going to walk out? Leave your comments down below. Eddie Edwards, my boy, my man, the man from Boston, Massachusetts, who won the X Division Championship in a great matchup. Had a I wouldn't say even better, but just as good matchup. Singles competition against Trevor Lee, defending and successfully retaining the X Division Championship. I'm not going to lie. I love Trevor Lee. I love Andrew Everett. The X Division is pretty much built around the four men that we saw at Slammiversary. And if we're going to keep getting matches like this, I'm all for it. I'm all for Eddie Edwards holding the banner and carrying that proud for the X Division Championship. Now, we did find out and was announced that previously, actually at Slammiversary, that we would find out who indeed would be the Hall of Famer, the next person to be inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame. We know that I'm trying to remember the name here. Team 3D, Sting, Kurt Angle, and Earl Hebner have all been inducted into the prestigious TNA Hall of Fame. We now know, it is confirmed, that TNA will indeed induct the first Knockouts champion, Gail Kim, into the TNA Hall of Fame. Honestly, I think that's a fantastic choice. Great choice, to be completely honest with you. Of course, Gail back at the very first Bound for Glory, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong there. And of course, Gail Kim, the very first ever Knockouts champion, to really kick off that division. So kudos, props, and praise to Gail Kim, another fantastic female wrestler who has busted her tail to truly become one of the greats in this business. So bravo. She will be inducted into the Hall of Fame officially at Bound for Glory later this year in October. We see Fatal 4-Way Tag Team action. The Decay has to defend their Tag Team Championships against three other teams. Holy hell. Mahabali Shira and Grado. It's not Odar, right? It's Grado. We got that right? We're on the same? You've given me misinformation before, so I'm just making sure we're on the same page here. We got the Bromans and the Tribunal. I think this is a very interesting way to kind of bring all the teams together and once again bring the value and importance of the tag team titles into the fold. I really honestly enjoyed the match that we saw at Slammiversary from all four of these teams, and honestly this matchup also exemplified everything that the tag team division is growing to be in TNA Impact Wrestling. As I was kind of like what I was mentioning with the X Division as well too, that if this is what we're starting to see these divisions really starting to flourish now. There was some growing pains. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that there wasn't, but it's very interesting. I'm glad to see that the Decay is at the forefront of this because I truly think they're a fantastic tag team. Completely didn't see this one coming, folks. I'll be completely honest with you. But great to see the Decay at the forefront of the tag team division, successfully retaining their TNA World Tag Team titles against all three teams. I'm a little iffy about that one. And the only reason I'm a little iffy about that one is because I want to see more. I want to see more from all three of these teams, and I hope that this isn't the end of any of these teams going for their quest for the TNA World Tag Team titles. Now, here comes an interesting little story for you, boys. A little interesting tidbit for you, if you will. We get the Miracle. Yes, the Miracle. Mike Bennett coming out, and he wants to erase his loss to EC3 at Slammiversary. He wants it off the record, gone whatsoever, which brings out Billy Corgan. Yes, Billy Corgan comes out and basically says that Mike Bennett is indeed the future of TNA Impact Wrestling, but this isn't the time to talk about it. But instead, Maria, I love you, Maria. Don't get me wrong. I love you and I love your husband. That's not weird to say, right? No, that's fine. Okay, good. Just making sure. Calls out Dixie Carter. Whew, this is going to get ugly. Maria says that she can run TNA better than Dixie, that her, Bennett, and Corgan have great ideas, and that they should be in the TNA Hall of Fame. Dixie says that maybe Maria shouldn't be running the Knockouts division. I almost said X division for some reason. And instead, Maria says that maybe Dixie is intimidated by her. Maria claims that she has done more in wrestling than Dixie ever will, which, of course, in a calm, rational sense, allowed Dixie Carter to slap Maria and whoa, wait, what? What? Okay. So, just for the record, I have met Dixie Carter once. I met her once back in 2008 at Lockdown when they were here in Lowell, Massachusetts, my neck of the woods. And I love Dixie. Sweetheart, angel, amazing person. Very friendly, outgoing, kind, and I give her my hats off to her for interacting with fans at every show that she goes to. Except after seeing that slap, I don't want to upset. No, Dixie. Hi, I love you. You're awesome. You're amazing. Just I don't ever want to slap from Dixie Carter. And that thing where you went through the table was just horrendous. It was just, it was horrible. I know did you see that slap? I don't think it's slap like that. It's pressure. Oh, anyway, we move on to the main event, folks. The World Heavyweight Championship. The Impact TNA Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Lashley against Drew Galloway. This matchup was... Actually, to be completely honest with you guys, I thought this matchup was just a tad bit better than the one at Slammiversary. Not by a whole lot, but I thought this matchup was a little bit better than the Slammiversary one. We end up getting a rough bump, of course, in the matchup. Lashley successfully retaining the championship. And looks like Bobby Lashley was actually going to use the chair, much like he did weeks ago. But instead, EC3 stopped him, but accidentally going to hit... Well, he was going to hit Bobby Lashley with the chair, but instead of accidentally hitting Drew Galloway. Yikes. Sounds like trouble. Trouble. Kind of like the way we started the show. I'm very curious to see what they're going to do here. I'm very curious where this is going to go because I think I see it, and maybe you guys do too, I see a triple threat feud in the future. I see Bobby Lashley, Drew Galloway, and EC3, which honestly, triple threat feuds are extremely hard to pull off, not just as far as storyline purposes, but as far as in-ring action as well too. Honestly, I kind of want to see this matchup. I want to see Drew, Lashley, and EC3 at least once. At least once. Come on. Dixie, hey. Remember, did I mention that slap, that thing with the table was horrible? Just put these three guys together and let them go at it. I thought this overall Impact, just to give you guys a quick recap, was a very great way to kick off following Slammiversary. I do question the fact that they put the championships all on the line right off the bat, though. That's the only tiny little critique that I have about this particular episode. Only because Slammiversary was such a... overall, it was very, very positively received by everyone across the board, at least from what I've read and heard. So I wouldn't necessarily put all the championships on the line. I would have mind seeing a couple of them, but I need, personally, I would have loved to see more build and a little bit more space out in between for other championship matches. But for the championship matches that we did get, it was great to see across the board. I really can't complain too much about this one. I did wish I see a little bit more of the women's action, of course, but I'm sure we'll get all that next week in addition to the 6 sides of steel between Brother Moore and Brother Nero. I hope he's not watching because he's probably going to kill me if I do that impression. And that's another, for shame. I'm trying so hard not to get my ass kicked. Anyway, guys, it's time for you guys to chime in. I want to hear what you guys have to say. So let me know down in the comment section here below, where again, hit me up on Twitter at OKayFabe. Hit up Bill Apter at Apter1Wrestling, or of course at One Wrestling, and let us know what you guys thought of this past Impact Wrestling on Pop TV. I can only do the sound effects so many times. But let me know what you guys think. We will always like to hear what you guys have to say. Make sure you check out the OneWrestling.com website. And guess what? Also, hey, you might want to go ahead and hit the subscribe and like button. They're just right down there. Right down there for the taking. It's just, it's easy and it's free. How can you beat free? It doesn't cost anything to give a like. I should really make that a slogan. I think that would be, I smell a t-shirt. Anyway, thank you guys again for watching. We appreciate the continued love and support here. Thank you guys again. Take care. And as to quote the legendary Bill Apter, we will see you at the match.